What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. We got more crazy news nonsense stuff. I want to put some caveats around this, if you will. This particular screenshot, what we're looking at is Topps / Fanatics had put up or put out updated terms of service for card shops. Yesterday or today, depending on when I'm going to post this. Now, we only have this one small section of that agreement. This was posted on the Sports Card Nonsense Facebook page. I saw it on there. It was posted by an anonymous user. I was not 100% sure if it was legit or real. It's Facebook, so who the hell ever knows. I reached out to multiple shop owners that I know and just Twitter at large. And multiple people, there's already some buzz about this going around. I had it confirmed to me from multiple different people that this was indeed legit, and that they did get something like this in their inbox, essentially. So, we don't have the full picture here. We have one bullet point, number 8, out of God knows how many. So I don't want to jump to a ton of huge conclusions here, but there is some very interesting verbiage in this little clip. So essentially, this is saying products that you purchase direct from Topps are for you to resale in an unopened form to an end user consumer in your physical brick and mortar location. You can see right here, I can't highlight because this is a picture, not text. No business to business or online sales unless otherwise agreed by Topps in writing. And they're not, they talk specifically a little bit later about online selling to an end user consumer. This is mostly about business to business, this section. Essentially, for those of you that know what DealerNet is, this seems like a direct shot at DealerNet, the way I understand this. And once again, please, if you have more information on this or understand this better than I do, not a member of the Law and Order cast, feel free to drop that in the comments down below. So rip to DealerNet, maybe, possibly, which is, for those that don't know, DealerNet was essentially an online marketplace that only dealers had access to, store owners, etc., and they essentially bought and sold wax to each other. It also says they cannot be used for repacks and they cannot be used for your own personal shopping experience. Now, when they're saying repacks, they're talking about like a sealed wax repack product, like a boom box, or like Filmington's Rookie Card Explosion, stuff like that. They're not talking about the traditional repacks like most of us are aware of. This is wax like repack. So you can't open up boxes, make repack products with sealed packs, and then sell those like that. Now, this is the part that really threw up a lot of red flags. Besides the DealerNet part is this little section right here. Retailer may use Topps products for in-store breaks, provided that breaking slots may not be sold or solicited online or to anyone not physically present in the retailer's store at the time of the break. What in the hell does that mean? You could read this a couple different ways. Are they saying that you can no longer sell break spots online? Are they saying that if you are going to do an in-store break with customers in your store, everyone has to be basically physically present? This part is a little confusing. Some people are reading this multiple different ways, and I can kind of see it multiple different ways, to be quite honest with you, depending on how you read this. This, I think, definitely needs clarification. There is also additional information down here about online-only retailers, including retailers with majority of sales volume derived from online sales, are not eligible for this direct buying program. So once again, keep this in mind. These are the terms and conditions for brick and mortar card shops, essentially. There is probably different terms of services for these online only retailers, or maybe there is something different laid out in this document. We do not have the full document. So people that do online breaks, online retailers, their document may look different. Or like I said, there might be a different subsection here that addresses those sorts of things. These are the things that we do not know. But it does seem like Fanatics is doing kind of what we all thought they were going to be doing, and that is cracking down a little bit on the middlemen, essentially. Going after that middleman market and controlling as much of it as possible for themselves. Now, there's also a carve out in here for essentially if you get permission from Topps in writing, you could do these other things. I have a sneaking suspicion if they are restricting breaks, they're going to say, if you break on Fanatics Live, you're cool. Now, we don't know that 100% for sure, because once again, we do not have the full details on this at this point in time. So, in the middle of recording this, some additional information has come out. It does appear, rumors are, that there is a specific section that lays out that essentially, if you are going to do breaks, they need to be on Fanatics Live. I have not seen that personally yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that verbiage is indeed in there. So, from this little section that we have, I don't want to jump to too many conclusions, but we'll jump to a couple because content creation, that's what you do. Fanatics is essentially, because they control the supply, they're the suppliers. They have the ultimate end goal. They have the box of cards that everybody wants to resell. They are doing exactly what we all thought they were going to be doing and controlling the entire thing. If you want to buy product directly from us, cool. You can have it, but you got to break it on our platform. You got to sell it the way that we want you to sell it. You cannot sell it to other dealers who are then going to resell it. They could just buy it from us at an inflated price. We will make that profit, not you. They are squeezing out the middlemen by the day and forcing you to work on their platforms so they make the 5%. We've talked about this before. They make the cards, they want to sell them, they want to make a cut. The cards get resold on Fanatics Live. Guess what? They're going to get a cut of that. They're going to have an online marketplace, PWCC. They're going to get a cut of that. They're probably going to have a grading company. They're going to get a cut of that. If you want to buy boxes to break on your own, you're going to have to buy them from Fanatics at an inflated price instead of going through DealerNet or one of these third-party distributors. Why? Because they want that extra 5, 10, 15, 20%, whatever it is. That is what they saw when Ruben sat down and the Fanatics team sat down and looked at this and said, look at these idiots. They control the product. How much money are they leaving on the table? All these middlemen, all these people have their hand in the cookie jar. We want that. We want to own that space. We want all of it. Some very interesting repercussions here, assuming that all of this stuff is indeed accurate. What does that mean for eBay Live? What does this mean for whatnot? Those places can still exist. You will still be able to go to an LCS and I can walk in the Card Collector 2 and say, hey, Ryan, I would like to buy a case of Topps Series 2 jumbo boxes from you for whatever the going rate is. Let's just call it $200 a box. I can then take those and I could go on whatnot and go ahead and run a break on those. That I could do. What I can't do is buy directly from Topps through a direct account if all this is accurate and log on to whatnot and sell it that way. I'd have to do it through Fanatics Live if I am getting product direct. So it's not going to be the complete and utter death blow to places like eBay Live, whatnot, all these other ones, but it is going to make things a little bit more difficult. The margins are now thinner if you were buying on direct account and breaking on your own, because now you're going to have to go through Fanatics Live. And then someone may ask the question, how are we going to know, or how is Fanatics going to know where you're actually selling the product? I can guarantee you right now, probably not initially, but at some point in time, they're going to have a point of sale system that you are going to have to use, and they will be able to track all of it. And here's the thing. If you say, F you, I'm not doing it. I don't want all this nonsense. I don't want point of sale tracking. I want to be able to sell the product to whoever I want, whenever I want. Guess what Fanatics could do? Okay, cool. Bye. No more direct account for you. See ya. That's the direction this is all headed. And once again, as I finished recording and started uploading the video, more information has come out, so I figured I will tack this on to the end. This is from Sports Collectors Daily, where they have bullet point number 13, which talks about exactly what I just mentioned, or at least kind of. Retailers shall, on a quarterly basis or at such other frequency as Topps may require, submit to Topps complete and accurate reports regarding total sales of Topps products, sales by channel, in-store, online, convention, etc., customer type, retail, consumer, dealer, convention, etc., and social media metrics for all platforms, yada, 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 yada. And then they want some other additional feedback stuff. So essentially, Topps/Fanatics will be auditing you, it sounds like, or have the ability to ask you for an audit. Hey, we sold you 500 cases of Topps Series 2. Show us where those 500 cases went. We want the documentation on it. That's what that looks like to me. So once again, this goes back to another point that we have discussed. If you are an old school brick and mortar store that does not keep accurate books, you're in the back chain smoking 50 cigarettes a day, Topps and Fanatics does not want to work with you. You better be a modernized shop that has detailed record keeping, point of sale transactions, all that stuff that you could kick back up the chain if you want to get the product from Fanatics. Fanatics is essentially Avon Barksdale. This is season 6 of The Wire. Avon Barksdale's out of jail. He is the dealer. You play by his rules or you don't get the package. Simple as that. All right, now that's all I have for you. I'm going to add this clip into the video and re-edit and re-upload this and publish it. I'm sure there will be a lot more information coming out about all this in the days to follow. Once again, we have one small section of this. Once again, we have one small section of this. I am sure more of it will leak out, but I would have to guess this is the juicy section. Curious for your thoughts and comments on this one down below. If you have any additional information from this, if you're an LCS owner or you know an LCS owner, feel free to post that in the comments down below. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.